Welcome to Boost Your Body and Your GPA with breakfast. We want to address any concerns that you have with breakfast, whether you're here because you don't like it, you usually don't eat it, or you do like it and you just want to know what it does for you, or if you just wanted some food for your lunch, that's okay too. But any concerns that you have, we'll do our best to address them for you, and I hope you enjoy our presentation. My name is Ashley Wong. That's Sydney Blessing back there passing out some handouts.
And I'm Casey Walker.
I would maybe have a chair.
So the sugar in your muscles is used first when you're moving, when you're doing anything for that matter. And once that's used up, it's pulled out of your liver. Now glucose stored in either of these places is actually what's utilized by your brain for energy. And it's its primary fuel source. So that's part of the reason that eating breakfast is so important to your mental function, is that you need that sugar in order for your brain to run correctly. So kind of going along with that idea, research has shown that eating breakfast is linked to improved short-term memory, and that's really related to that sugar availability to the brain. These different research studies have shown that individuals in their studies have had improved recall, better sustained attention, and spend more time on task having eaten breakfast as opposed to those who did not.
So this was a study done by Andrew Smith called Breakfast and Mental Health. What he did was he took about 120 individuals from just the general public. I'm not sure if it was in this country or a different one, but he asked them two different sets of questionnaires. One was, how often do you eat breakfast? And the other one was, how do you feel generally? So it is a little bit subjective. It's not a perfect science, but it does help him get a feel of, you know, is there a correlation between how you feel and whether you eat breakfast or not. What he found was that the breakfast eaters, and those were the people who actually ate it 7 times a week, felt less depressed, less emotionally distressed, and just less stressed in general. So when we skip a meal like breakfast, we're actually more hungry throughout the rest of the day, and we have this kind of internal urge to eat things that are a little bit fatty, more high in fat, and just things that we think will make us feel more full.
If you're feeling full in the morning, you're less likely to indulge later in the afternoon, like Ashley was explaining, and that can decrease your risk for obesity, which of course is a major concern in America today. In addition, fiber, which is that indigestible carbohydrate portion in many foods, that leaves you feeling fuller, and it actually decreases the emptying time of your stomach, which leaves you feeling fuller for a longer period of time, also decreasing that likelihood that you are to kind of indulge or binge eat a little bit later in the day. Micronutrients are also a very important piece that breakfast can kind of provide to your diet, as Ashley was explaining. Those include the vitamins and minerals that are necessary for many daily body functions. And that can include anything from the way your eyes function, to your blood pressure, to the maintenance of strong bones, to the contraction of muscles and exercise. And they're very, very important for all of those different things.
Right, so I know that we've been throwing the word sugar around quite a bit. Yeah, you do need it for your brain. However, you want to try to choose a breakfast that's low in added sugars, you know, those real simple granulated sugars. You want something that's high in fiber. We're talking about complex versus simple carbs. You know, your fiber is something that's a lot harder for fiber is something that your body can't break down. Whole grains, that takes a bit longer for your body to break down, and it's not going to cause that real high peak in your insulin or your blood sugar levels versus, you know, that simple sugar, which is going to peak really high. And then low in fat, something that's lower in fat, and it's going to kind of reduce your fat levels like Cindy was talking. You want something that contains a variety of nutrients from the food groups, not necessarily daily. However, you know, try to choose something with grains, vegetables, fruits, dairy, and then your protein-containing foods. And to summarize what we've been saying to you guys, eating breakfast is good. It improves your mood, it improves your memory, and aids in weight management and disease prevention. Once again with that GPA, memory and function, brain function. And your breakfast should be low in added sugars, low in fat, and high in fiber.